That arch on these is phenomenal. Phenomenal arch. I might have to try some more of the, whatever these are called. They've got a whole line of this arch fit. That's what it's called, this arch fit. If you're looking for a solid foam shoe, these are fantastic. These are absolutely fantastic. All right, I think we're ready for this one. It's my favorite day. It's my second day off, and that is review day. So we got a Skechers here today. I don't think I've ever owned a pair of Skechers, believe it or not. They've been around forever. They've always kind of been like a budget brand to me. I know their work shoes are extremely popular. I almost bought a pair of their steel toe work shoes at one point in time, but I didn't. I went with Keen. So this is not a viewer requested shoe per se, but it is a viewer informed shoe. The gentleman, oh, I'm gonna have to block that out. The gentleman who informed me of the Keen brand also dropped a couple other foam shoes. I think there was a Saucony one that he mentioned that I checked out that I was I don't know if I'll get that one, but he also mentioned these Skechers Go Foam Arch Fit Go Foam. So I thought these looked pretty cool. They kind of reminded me of foam runners, but the Light Strike Moc. They look a little more like the Light Strike Moc than they do the actual foam runners, but it's still a relative design. And they had a sale going on. I think they retail for $60. I got them for, I think, $48. There was a sale the other week when I ordered them. And they also, they have free shipping if you join their club, the Skechers Club or whatever, and it's free, like all of them. So I got them for like $48, which isn't too bad. And they have this Whirlwind. They have this marble colorway in two different variations. One of them is like a blue and a black, and I think it also has the gray, and then the other one was this green, this lime. So I thought the lime looked pretty cool. The blue one looks cool too. They both look decent. And I think I went down in size. I think it said they ran large, so I went down in size. But I'm kind of excited for these. I got some good ones today. I figured I would start off strong with the arch fit. Let's get them ready. There's some major cardboard in here, probably to keep their shape. And then I've got the website pulled up. We'll read a little bit on them, and then take a longer look in hand. Those are really in there. All right. Those are cool looking. That ankle opening is rather large though. I'm curious how it's gonna hold onto the foot. Like this looks a little big from here to here, but I like how they look. All right, let's read up on them real quick, and then we'll examine them in hand. All right, so let me read the write-up. Speaking of those canes, I tried to do a return on them to get the larger size up, the 12s, and they were all sold out in that 24/7 hunt collab, so I was unable to exchange them. I'm kind of stuck with the 11s, so I still don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. I don't know if I want to resell them or just keep them, but I'll probably end up ordering a separate pair of the canes because I really like them. They're pretty good, but all right, enough about the canes. The Archfit Go Foam Whirlwind. This is the black lime. They also have a navy multi, and it's a black, white, and blue instead of the black, gray, and green. So I went down in size. It sounded like they ran a little big, so I'm hoping that I didn't get another small size. But with these, I know I won't have an issue returning, unlike the those collabs. with the cane. But all right, anyways, effortless comfort and support combined in Skechers Arch Fit Go Foam Whirlwind. Made with our ultra soft luxe foam, the sculpted upper features 30 ventilation openings, providing maximum airflow and offers all-day cushioned comfort from the Arch Fit footbed while maximizing shock absorption. Unisex sizing. To convert sizes, consult sizing chart. It is accepted by the American Podiatric Medical Association. Sorry, that word messes with me because I want to say pediatric, but podiatric. Comfort technologies. Arch Fit. Our Arch Fit technology features a removable supportive cushioning insole system for a more comfortable walking experience. Okay, so as an insole, we'll have to take a look at that. Key features. Patented Skechers Arch Fit contoured footbed with podiatrist certified arch support. I like that. I like that. Podiatrist designed shape developed with 20 years of data and 120,000 unweighted foot scans. Wow. Contoured footbed helps mold to your foot to reduce shock and increase weight dispersion. Foamies sculpted ultra soft luxe foam upper with 30 ventilation openings providing maximum airflow. If you are a half size in most shoes, it is recommended to choose the next whole size down. Design details. Closed back clog design with multicolor marble swirl detail. Machine washable, dry and shade. Flexible traction outsole. 1.5 inch heel height. And then there's some sizing information and logo details. So, all right. Enough of that. Let's take a look at them. I don't see a removable insole in these. I don't know what they're talking about. Maybe that's for other Arch Fit things, because there's no removable insole in these. But we can take a look at it. There's a pretty nice arch going on there. I don't know if you can see it. It seems a little far back, but it's a very prominent arch. It's not only on the inside of the foot, you know, so if it's the right foot, on the left side we would say is the inside. It's pretty prominent there, but it extends across the footbed too. So it's not just on this side, it's kind of in the middle too. And then it looks like it's got some really good support in it. I can no longer say ergonomics. I got corrected because ergonomics is the study of comfort and support in the workplace and in design. Someone yelled at me the other day on one of my shorts. So I have to now use proper grammatical terminology. So it is an ergonomic footbed. It is not the shoe's ergonomics. That is incorrect according to YouTube. So you can tell I'm a little bitter about that. I'm still gonna say ergos though, because that's slang and I can get away with it. So we can still say that these have good ergos. Ha! All right, I'll try not to be bitter. Should we count all of our 30 ventilation holes? No, we won't, but you can see them. There's a lot of them. I like how the holes are kind of beveled. That's kind of cool. They look very clean. I don't see much skin. There's a little bit there, but not much. So the holes are very clean. We got some in the back here. There's our logo, Go Foam. Let me get centered here. I'm digging the marbling effect. This looks a lot like the, oh, what were those? Those I think those were, no, what were those? Pumas? Those one kind of cheaper Pumas that are too small. These ones. Look at the pattern on the bottom versus the marbling on these. It's kind of a similar marbling effect. Something worth noting. They look pretty decent as far as their width goes, but we'll know more about that when they get on foot. I think that's really it. We can take a look at the outsole, like the tread It looks kind of standard, kind of a standard tread pattern. Kind of these lions. It's at a bit of an angle. And then our logo. Skechers. I think there's sizing information right there. Yep, men's 11, women's 13. And there's our injection point. A little bit of a scab, but it's nice and smooth, nice and clean. So these look pretty good. These look pretty good. Let's let me compare them because I made reference to the foam runner, but I think they're more looking like the Lightstrike Moc than they are an actual foam runner. I'm not seeing a whole lot of similarities really between, yeah, they're very different. So I think they look more like the Lightstrike Moc than they do the foam runners. But let's throw them on foot. I think that's all I need to point out in hand. I'm going to show you guys real quick the texture on the footbed. It's very akin to the texture that's on the footbed of the foam runner. Kind of like these little pockets, these little circular pockets. So it's not like a risen texture. It's kind of a receding texture. All right, I'm digging this green. The more I look at them, they're pretty cool looking. I've still been rocking the Under Armour Fat Tire, an extremely underrated slide. If you want a slide recommendation, a good everyday slide, these fat tires are phenomenal. I really enjoy the textile strap on them because it's super light. You don't really notice it on the top of your foot. But all right, let's see if we can get a hand-free entry. I think we can. Very nice, very nice. That's soft enough on the back here where I just slid right in, almost like the Rejuvenate shoes. Those have a nice hands-free slide in. So I guess that's one of the positives with having a larger foot opening on these. Let's go down a little more. But I'm probably gonna get a little heel slip. I'm already getting a little heel slip. That arch is phenomenal though. Whatever research they did with their 20,000 shoe scans or feet scans, the ergos, the ergonomic support of this shoe is phenomenal. I'm digging them. They're very comfortable, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have some heel slippage. And I kind of feel this side's coming up a little high. It's not super high, but it's getting kind of close. So they should be all right though. I don't feel like it's gonna scrape at all. But I'm digging the ergos on these. They're pretty nice. I have enough toe room too. I have probably a good ½ inch, maybe a ¼ inch on the toes, but I've got a good ½ inch on the front here. You can see the foam is rather soft. I think that's partly why they slid in so easily. Is I didn't have to like pull anything. You can see how much it's, yeah, that's very nice soft foam. And I feel a little bit of compression underfoot. Yeah, you can see it. These are pretty good. These are pretty good. I'm really digging these so far. So the fit's good. It has a nice squared toe box. We're not having to deal with a tapered toe like on those canes. I think if those toes were a little more squared off on the canes, I wouldn't have any sizing issues with them. So these aren't bad. Sliding in, these are pretty good. Good impressions. Let's do a little bit of walking and see how the walking characteristic is. But yeah, these are really soft. They got a really nice arch on them. Like it's rather tall. I feel it pressing up into my foot, almost like the UFOs a little bit. We got a little bit of the Chuck Norris effect going, which is nice. That seems to be a podiatrist thumbprint, you could say, when you've got a really nice arch support like that. So these are extremely comfortable, just walking in them. These might be on the top as far as like foam shoe comfort goes. These are a little more comfortable than the Rejuvenates, I think. I'm not getting as much of a lock-in with the heel like on the Rejuvenates. I feel like I've got a little more play in these. They're a little wider. So I think these are probably wide foot friendly. You might go up in size though. The individual who informed me of these, you might want to go up in size if you get a pair, just for the width. Like they're not too bad going down. I still have a little bit of wiggle room, but like if you need that extra space and the width, you might go up in size, but you're probably gonna have a little more heel slip then too. I'm getting a little bit of heel slip, just trying to walk at a good pace. But honestly, it feels like the heel rise, the heel slip that you would have on a slide. Like it's not terrible. I don't feel like these are falling off my feet at all. There's just that rise in the heel. So it's not too bad, but it's definitely a characteristic of them. Let's get some down low footage, and I'll show you how it's sliding up. Oh, that's what I was gonna say though too. With this foam being as soft as it is, even if your feet are a little wider, I think they would kind of press out for you and eventually form to your foot. My nephew has extremely wide feet, and I think he might, I don't know if he'd like the look of these, but they might actually like fit with his foot. His foot is extremely wide up in the ball of the foot width, to where he literally split the seam on his Nikes. Oh yeah, down low footage. Sorry, I got caffeine for breakfast again. We'll try to stay focused. So these look pretty good. I like the looks of them. So let me show you the heel slip. I don't know if you can see how much rise is happening. There's a little bit. So if you notice that that gray on the heel of my sock, you can see it kind of slide up, and I'll show you how much that is. So it's sliding from like here to here. So it's about a 1/2 inch slide I'm getting. But that's a nice hands-free entry. So there's definitely some heel slippage going on in these. But it's probably that's just gonna be a design flaw with them. I don't think you can size away from that. It's only gonna get worse as you go up, and I can't go down another size because these 11s are as small as I wanna go with them. But I think the strongest points about these are that arch fit, that arch support, the podiatrist ergos is phenomenal on these, and how soft the foam is. That's what I wanted to show you from the action foot, or the action angle, how much compression under the heel we're getting. So these are a really good foam. Good foam, good ergonomic footbed. I like how they look. I think the only negative that I can point out right now is that heel slippage. So I don't know how they would resolve that, because I think they intentionally kept the opening rather large for a hands-free entry. And there's a little bit of rocking effect within the shoe as I step. So they could have brought this top down a little more, because it's kind of like, all right, this little section here reminds me of the strap on the Infinity slide, how it's a little tighter towards the front of this strap, but then towards the back it kind of rolls up. which allows your foot to kind of rock within the shoe, or slide for the case of the infinity slide. So I think that's what's happening here. If they had brought this down a little more to kind of lock on top, it would have kept the foot down a little more, but I don't know how that would have changed the walking characteristic, you know, but it would have eliminated the heel slip. But that's what's happening there, is we're getting a rocking effect. It's kind of baked into the design. Just worth pointing out, that's probably the only flaw with these. If it is a flaw, it might be a like a known element that they kind of worked into the design. But let me take a sock off and we'll see how they work barefoot, and then we'll wrap it up. I don't want to make this too long. I say that when all of my videos and they end up being a half hour long. But hey, I'd rather provide the information, because you guys can always watch as long as you want to. Guys and girls, I know I have some female viewers. I had a comment from one the other day. So I know you guys can watch as long as you want. All right, they do feel a little more sloppy barefoot. There's a nice air intake though, I'm feeling on the top of my foot as I walk. Those 30 ventilation holes are pulling in some good air as I move forward. So that'll probably keep them breathing well in warm temperatures. One thing I noticed though, removing the sock, is my foot is sinking a little further down, and this edge right here is getting a little closer to my my ankle bone right there. So, but this foam is soft enough. Yeah, especially if I turn just right, it catches it and it pushes up underneath it. But this foam is soft enough that it might kind of flex out and like press down over time, but I do feel that pressure as I walk and put like my full weight on it. It's kind of right there on that ankle bone. So if your feet are kind of built like mine, you might have an issue with that. I don't see it as a deal breaker. If I'm gonna wear a foam shoe barefoot, it probably wouldn't be these. I would probably wear just a pair of slides at that point, or I'm a big fan of these Merrells 1TLRs. I might end up wearing those instead. But I mean, just in terms of like wearing them with socks, that's probably how I would roll with these for the most part. So I see that as kind of a non-issue, because I probably won't wear these barefoot when I do wear them. But I plan on keeping these. I think they're really good. I really like the ergonomic footbed, the softness of the foam. I like the marbling. These are pretty nice, and the price point is okay too. You know, if you, I think they retail for $60, but you can catch sales. They've got a 20% off sale on Skechers right now, so you can get these for under $50. So yeah, these are pretty good. These are pretty decent. Good job, Skechers. Pat on the back. High five. High five, Skechers. So yeah, these are good. I'm digging them, man. I'm digging them. Thanks to that viewer. You've recommended another good one for me. I really like those Keen. And I'm digging these Skechers. If you have any others that you want to throw my way, feel free. I'll try to pick them up. I don't know about the Sauconys though. Those were a little pricey. Those were like $100. But yeah, these are pretty good. Let me flip this camera. All right, so the Skechers Arch Fit Whirlwind. There was more to them. Where's the box? Go Foam. Arch Fit Go Foam Whirlwind. The Whirlwind's the colorway, the swirl. But these are pretty good. I like them. For the price point, they're not too bad. For like $50, $60, they're pretty good. The ergonomic footbed is fantastic. I kind of like the swirl. I like the swirl. There is some heel slippage. That's probably the only negative about them. And then it's a little high on the side to where it's kind of contacting my ankle bone. But other than that, these are really good. These are really good. I'm probably gonna actually wear these. I only wear like 5% of these, of the shoes and the slides that I keep for various reasons. I just can't wear everything, you know, and I have my preferences. So only a small percentage get worn, and these will probably find their way into the rotation. I really like that, that arch support on them. These are really good. So I do recommend. All right, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. If there's anything that comes to mind while I'm editing this footage, I will make some notations or comments. Please leave a comment, have some engagement with this video. It will help improve the algorithm on it. It'll get promoted more if there's more engagement. If you made it this far in the video, please think about subscribing. That will also help the channel. More subscriptions, of course. All right, I feel like I'm just begging at this point, so we'll wrap it up. Thank you. See you in the next one. Cheers.